Hey there viewers, it's Charlie on Mac again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Age of the Prime's Sky-Byte. Now, this is a welcome figure in Age of the Primes because, well, Sky-Byte is such a popular non-G1 character. He even made it into Cyberverse for crying out loud. And, I mean, I freaking love this guy. So, yeah. So, starting off with the box, as always. Of course, with the standard Age of the Primes packaging, and yeah, Wave 2 of this line is pretty much hitting everywhere, because I also just got these two today, so expect reviews on them later. So, but anyway, got Sky-Byte's box here. So, of course, got a picture of Sky-Byte right here in both modes. Got his name right here and the Decepticon symbol, which, I mean, that's technically wrong. That should be a Predacon symbol, but, I mean, Excellium's got a Decepticon symbol, so, but here we can see it takes 28 steps to transform him. This side, it's got a picture of Sky-Byte. Of course, got some of the primes, so I think that's Onyx Prime. I'm pretty sure that's either Nexus or Amalgamous, and yeah, I think those two are Nexus and Amalgamous. I might be wrong. But, yeah. In the back, of course, both modes. And there's a little chew toy. Yeah, that's the gun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And while looking at the figure, well, it's essentially a full-on transplant from the show. Like, they took how he looked in the show and just made it a full-on toy. So yeah. And the fact that we got this guy getting multiple new toys, and Cybershark, the original version of the mold, still has no new toys, is kind of, like, honestly, it's kind of funny, although I do hope that this guy gets redecorated into Cybershark at some point. Maybe even Hell Warp. But anyway, looking at the details, of course, he's got all that Transmetal 2 detailing that Cybershark had. Now just fully, like, generationified. The head, well, he's actually got pupils this time instead of the full-on red eyes that the Thrilling 30 toy had. So we got that going on. Got some detailing, just, I guess, kind of poking out the armor here. So that looks pretty cool. Of course, we've got the fin, which is the head. We've got these fins, which is, well, something interesting about them, which I'll talk about later when we get to the accessories, because these do come off. Of course, got some more detailing here. Underneath is pretty much just the robot folded up, but oh well. And of course, the tail, which is just the arms, but still, you can get some posability out of this, which I'll talk about later. So yeah, overall, this shark mode looks really good. Like, I'm pretty sure that they released this in anticipation for HasLab Omega Prime. So, but honestly, for me, I'm just glad that we got this figure because it looks really good. And I kind of hope that we get, like, Gigatron as well, you know, the 10-mode Megatron. Or maybe even, like, Prowl and X-Brawn, because we also have Sideburn. It's just nice to see RID-01 get some love. So, yeah. And just something in my throat. Pardon me. Talking about the accessories, well, of course, we've got this little gun here. Kind of looks like it's made out of butter, but eh. And unfortunately, doesn't look like it takes blast effects. No, it does not, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. But anyway, as you saw from the box, we could open his mouth up. And he just holds it in his mouth, which is just... That's hilarious. It's like a dog with a chew toy. I freaking love it. And yeah, his mouth isn't fully closed now, but come on. That's hilarious. And, well, the next accessories... fins. And something interesting about the fins... They came on a sprue. Like, a full-on, like, sprue. You know, for, like, model kits and all that crap. I am not kidding. Like, they would actually be on here and you have to, like, cut them out. Or in my case, I just popped them out, but... I have never seen that before. Like, if this was a model kit of Sky-Byte, sure. But... this is a full-on action figure of the guy. So, why to be on a sprue? They could just be in a little, like, plastic or like, paper bag. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Are they going to do that more? I have no idea. But me personally, maybe just stick with the little paper bags that they put the figures in, because at least that's environmentally friendly. But anyway, so yeah, I've got the little gun here and the little fins. Although maybe try not to lose the fins. And yeah, that's essentially it for the shark mode. Although we do have some articulation here, so the fins can of course move. The tail being the tail being the two arms is obviously a lot of articulation here. So you can bend this. You can like swish about. This bit here can spin. And the head, there's actually a dedicated joint so he can look down. So you can get this shark into some poses if you want. And, of course, the jaw can open. I forgot about that. So, yeah. So, of course, you can just be straight, but you can also bend down a little bit. So, yeah. And, of course, that's pretty much it for the shark mode, although some quick comparisons with some older toys. Here is the original, which is the Cyber Shark redeco. And, yeah, they did a pretty good job of replicating that. I'm pretty sure the original toy is a lot more complicated, but I don't know, I never had that. But I'm pretty sure that's a really cool toy to have, because that's like vac metal chrome, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this does do a pretty good job of replicating the original toy. And, well, just like 10, 11 years ago, we had T30 Sky-Byte, which is a lot more stylized, I'll give them that, but still, although I do prefer how this guy looks, because it's a lot more accurate looking. You know, T30 Sky-Byte was a lot more stylized, like the shark head actually became the chest, whereas with this is just on his back. But still, the T30 mold did give us Hell Warp, so... But yeah, that's pretty much it for the comparisons. So, let's move on to transformation. So, of course, to start off, we have to take this gun out. So, there we go. And, of course, this transformation is going to be kind of asymmetrical, mainly in the arms, but this is still kind of a fun transformation. Like, once you get it all figured out, this is a pretty fun transformation. So to start, what I'm going to do is take these sections here with the fins, and on the slider joints, just slide them out, and yeah, it's a slider joint, so just be wary of that. These could become more loose over time. I don't know, but just slide the fins out. I will just rotate these up. So just rotate these around. And this guy's going to get pretty tall, so I'm just going to tilt the camera up. Well, next up, I'm just going to get the shark head. Just fully have it like this. And I just want to untap the legs, because the legs are tapped into here, so I just want to try and get those untapped. There we go. That's them untapped. And next, I'm just going to straighten out the legs. Open up the bottom jaw and form his feet. Split the legs. Take these panels. And we're just going to try and open these up. And you have to be careful, because these are just attached onto here, so these can come off. I'll just show you here. So these are packed separately in the box, so be careful not to lose them. And in fact, these do have a tendency to just come off when you're trying to transform him either way, so be careful. But next we're just going to untap the arms from each other, because you can see the fist goes into this arm here. Trying to get these untapped kind of fiddly, actually. There we go. And now what we're going to do is the hand with the huge back fin here goes to this side. We're just going to push that forward. And then we're just going to push this. There we go. You want to have it orientated. So this is backwards and this is forwards, if I remember correctly. Oh, no. So the arm with the hand pushes to the back. And the arm with the huge fin pushes to the front. And we'll just get these little panels out of the way. So you just get these shoulders into their place. There we go. So keep in mind, the arm with the fist, that slides to the back. The arm with the huge fin slides to the front. So that's how you want that. And we'll sort the arms out later, because next we're just going to take the head and the whole backpack section. All that is just going to go up. The head's just going to slide into here. If I can actually get that in. I'm just worried in case he bumps into the camera, because there's a little pointy bits here. Not pointy as in, oh, I'm going to stab myself by accident. Pointy as in, he might bump into the camera and knock it over. There we go. So it's like this. And I think next we should sort out his backpack quickly. So we just want it up like this. And move the shark head down. Pretty much you just want to have it so this is as compact as possible. There we go. And then the fins here just going to collapse onto here. These panels are just going to move around. There we go. So they form shoulder pads. The huge fin arm just moves to the shoulders like this. And these yellow bits are just going to fold up. And then finally, the arm with the fist just moves down. And we rotate that. Just rotate that. So we've got the elbow. And here we have Sky-Byte in robot mode. And yeah, that transformation's kind of complex, a bit fiddly, but it is manageable, and it's actually kind of fun. Just seeing the way that all this moves around, it's really enjoyable once you manage it. Like, my only complaint would have to be some tolerances, like namely trying to get some things untabbed, such as the thighs here, and the panels on the shoulders tend to come off quite a bit too easily. Like, yeah, if I swivel them, they tend to just pop off. So, yeah, and obviously you don't want to glue them because you have to swivel around for the transformation, so I don't know, maybe a bit of floor polish, like, I don't know. But anyway, the resulting robot mode, I mean, yeah, that's Sky-Byte. And honestly, this figure looks amazing. Like, I know he had Heatwave as the last review, but this guy just knocks that guy out the water. No pun intended. Like, come on. This guy looks exactly like how he does in the show. Like, the huge shoulder pads, the one normal hand compared to the weird whisk thing. Kind of makes me... this makes me wish that we had, like, Slapper and Gas Skunk as figures as well. But, I mean, hey, this guy's pretty much just a standalone guy now, so... But still, I just love how he looks. Like, yeah, he does have a shark head hanging out his arse, but... Trying to show his head. Of course, he still has that menacing scowl, which I love. And the really huge, I guess, mohawk formed from the shark fin. So, yeah, and one cool detail, which Magbatron also has, I mean, there's no Predacon symbol here, but he still has the Spark Crystal, which is really cool. So, yeah. Now, of course, giving him his weapon, if I can actually find it. Now, just before I put it on his hand, I would advise not putting it fully into his hand because it's a huge pain to remove it afterwards. So, I would advise just like plugging it in like that, so you can still remove it. Because if you have it fully plugged in, it's really hard to take it off. You might even risk like breaking the peg. So yeah, something like that, so you can still remove it. I'm talking from experience, because the first time I did that, I had a lot of trouble trying to remove that gun, so just be careful. But yeah, that was really good, and I'm not sure if there's like any storage, maybe like up in there, I don't know. But still, this looks really good. Although there's no ports for any blast effect that I can see, not even on the feet, which is rather unfortunate, but oh well. But yeah, this guy looks really good. Like, if we put him with the original Sky-Byte toy, for example, I mean, honestly, I kind of prefer how the new one looks. Probably just because, you know, it's newer, so it's going to be more stable, but hey, it's a pretty accurate recreation, so yeah. Although, I do like how the original toy actually has the Predacon symbol and the Spark Crystal, but still, really accurate recreation, right down to the fin on the forearm here. So, yeah. And of course, his T30 Sky-Byte, who also has the Predacon Spark Crystal. Although that one does take some creative liberties. You know, like the shark heads, actually the chest, for example. But that does make me want a Hell Warp repaint of this guy. But now, this is a good replacement for the T30. I mean, I don't know how the T30, but this is still a really great figure. So yeah. And I guess if we talk about the articulation, which I forgot to do with Heat Wave, but anyway, head can go side to side. It's pretty much on a ball joint, so he can look up and down. If we get these panels out the way, then the arms can move. But stuff does gets in the way, so be careful. Of course, T-pose, bicep rotation, elbows. This hand's whole thing can spin around. Wrist can go in on this hand. Waist can spin. He can kick forward, he can kick back. He's got knees about there, although if you do this, then you can kind of fake having... There you go. If you have it from the right angle and you break the knee sculpt, then you can kind of fake having a really good knee. Pretty much the same as wind blade, you know? So you can do that. Feet can go down. And ankle pivot. So, yeah. Overall, yeah, that's pretty poseable. If you do that like knee sculpt trick, then you can have him do a really good kneel. And honestly, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. And he's starting to tilt over for some reason. There we go. The knees, like the toes actually click in. That's something I just discovered. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. So, complaints. Honestly, not that major, but still kind of annoying. The panels can come off quite easily, so just be careful when transforming him. Also, the transformation can also be kind of annoying and fiddly if you don't know what you're doing. But once you figure it out, yeah, it's fine. Because, honestly, I really like this figure. This is probably the best Voyager alongside Red Alert that we have so far in Age of the Primes, because he's accurate to the source material. He just looks intimidating. He's fun. Yeah, overall, this is a winner for me. I love this guy. And, yep, I absolutely recommend this guy. More so than Heatwave. Like, Heatwave was cool if you grew up on Rescue Bots. I recommend this guy for any type of Transformers fan, because holy crap, he looks good in both modes, and he's fun to mess with and pose. I love this guy. I just wish that, like, the box said that he was a Predacon, but But yeah, this is amazing, and I'm sure he goes well with the Hasbro Omega Prime, even though that thing is a whole other bucket of worms, but This guy, I absolutely recommend him. So, yeah. So, this has been my review on Age of the Prime Sky-Byte, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.